building, back in the building, man. You are tuned in to One-on-One with Mike D, and right now this is called One-on-One with Mike D, and we are having the Johnny Behind the Show. That's what it's all about, man. JB, man, history. Because see, if we know our history, we don't repeat our history. We only alive through God's will right here, and you done told us that, and you done showed us this here. You know, drug dealing doesn't have retired members. We don't have a house with the jerseys hanging up, this, that, and the third, because it would only be 5. Because it ends 2 ways, jail or dead. So when we get a miracle like Johnny Binder, we had to make sure that the world sees this as it is, because you've been with the nation. You've rubbed shoulders with the top Christian reverends in the game.
Pastor C.L. Jackson ordained me.
What about Pastor Dixon?
Pastor C.L. Jackson ordained me. Mm-hmm. Then he took me to Dixon. He took me to Bill Lawson. He took me to Ralph West. Mm-hmm. He took me there. Took me to Pastor Ratliff. He took me to all them pastors and had them to give me $5,000 a piece. He said, we're going to help him. Mm-hmm. He got a hip-hop church. He didn't ask them for the money. He told them. And they cut the checks. That's how I got started when I came home.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. So I was in the mosque and the church at the same time. Ain't but one God, one faith, one baptism.
We all know that.
Yeah, so.
You know what I mean? And everything else is just business.
Yeah. Abraham had 2 sons, Isaac and Ishmael. Mm-hmm. Isaac got a covenant. Ishmael got a favor. Mm-hmm. So the worst thing they ever did was send me to prison, because while people were playing dominoes,
What you was playing?
I was playing God knows.
Hey,
look at you. Man. And while people thought it was a cemetery,
David, you turned
into
what?
A seminary.
Seminary.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the man is flies with 7.
I had to, though, because I felt, T5, I felt dumb. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't like, I'm $100-some million, and I can't get out. Mm-hmm. I got all this money, can't get out of prison. Mm. And they auction my cars off, doing stuff. And I'm like, damn, man, this dumb. But I wasn't gonna give Maria. I wasn't gonna do that. Yeah. I beat my case on the 12th of November, 1987. I got a no bill on my birthday. Mm-hmm. They re-indicted me December the 14th and gave me 24 cases with Marie. We had the longest trial in the state of Texas. Man. Even Cullen Davis' trial wasn't long enough. We had a 4-month trial, 300 witnesses, 9 lawyers, Craig Washington being the biggest lawyer at the time, mm-hmm. state congressman, and Joe Bowers, and one of my DAs, females, well, I had to sign for her because of conflict of interest for her to be a lawyer. And I signed it, and she came in because she was trying to put me in prison. Now she was trying to keep me out. So it was deep.
You had a bigger dream team than OJ.
My dream team was big as OJ's, yeah.
How much did that legal run you?
I can't say.
Yeah, but I know OJ said he spent $10 million for his.
I didn't spend that much, but
it might not even been that much for OJ, but I'm just saying somewhere up in there. I'm just trying to let the youngsters understand, though, you worth $100 million, but you didn't spent umpteen million trying to get free, and you see what I'm saying? It don't weigh out, man.
See, you keep bringing
how did you get to that much money and not give the game up?
Well, I thought them. I could outthink them. You got to remember, I used to be a conversationist with my women. Mm-hmm. So we go all across the country and come back with millions, and they drive Sahara Desert. No sex. My 3 main women. That's all we did. So they had their own houses, their own cars. So they no pimping. We were partners.
I'm saying, so with that type of money, and you so thinking, so you never thought, say, man, let me get away from anything that might send me to jail.
I got away from it for 2 years. I got out the game. When I seen the girl, what I call her name, Kathy Griffin, I got out the game.
Oh, when you seen that messed you up. Okay, so back to the game. When you started that thing, man, did y'all have work houses or what? Let's run through that, man. Let's go through that. When you set the game up, how did it go? Because they don't understand you was the biggest drug dealer in Houston at that time.
I can give them the magazine to speak for themselves. The FBI, the DEA agents will tell them. I mean, they seen the money in my accounts and the money running and stuff. I don't want to hurt nobody's feeling, man, but I'm the only one who had this track record. It's not what I'm saying, it's a track record. Okay? It's what I did. I mean, And again, my brother pushed me into that.
Right,
Because I wasn't even
on
trying.
accident.
Yeah.
So did you start with Marie? I know you worked with Marie Preston. It's a big concept too in the streets that people thought that
She was my woman.
she was your wife.
Yeah.
And y'all were like Jay-Z and Beyonce on the streets.
Yeah.
And they thought you was the plug, or was it her the plug?
Yeah.
You know, let's clear some things up and tell me how y'all ran y'all little old,
I'm gonna give you a little
situation.
bit and
How
say
you-
the
as
rest
much
for
as
the
you can.
movie.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring her on the second or third week. But she was never my wife. She was never my woman. And the whole Houston think Marie and Johnny, husband and wife. Because I bought her that necklace, about a $50,000 necklace, king and queen. And I had my girls in tuxedos, Reba and Connie, to go and put it on her neck. And she didn't see me. I'm here in the place. We won the
What
club
year
of the
is
year.
this?
Huh?
What year is this?
1985, 86. I did something dudes don't do for women. I took care of my women, man. That's why, I'm different. That's why I'm so successful with women. I ain't into that, what I seen happening. I didn't like it. I'm like, niggas call women B's and H's and slapping them and kicking them.
They're doing all that.
Yeah, and then they immediately not my friend no more.
So y'all had a friendship. How did the work come? Like what?
She had
what
her
come
own,
in?
she had her
all
own
right.
thing on the north side. I had mine on the south. So I went both places. Then I bought her, when she got busted over there, them people got busted at her sportsman lounge, the football players that made her popular. I bought the lounge. Then I bought a mansion down the street on Cavalcade and turned it into International Players. And I already had bought a strip center in.
But I'm saying, when y'all getting to the money, where y'all was? Yeah, was it?
No, she had her money, I had mine.
Oh, okay.
We never sold drugs
y'all,
together.
that's what I'm.
Let me
trying to
kill
get
that
at.
lie.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm trying to get.
We
at.
never sold no drugs together.
Yeah, 'cause
I
you-
never sold no drugs.
Right.
I had people selling them.
There you go.
I ain't never had
But
nobody.
y'all never worked together though.
Never.
Wow, that's deep. Y'all was just great friends.
Yeah.
And then y'all put the powers together and made these amazing clubs.
Yeah.
Because they got a Frank Lucas story with this mink hat, right?
Right.
I know the Johnny Bond in the summit with the mink coat
And the hat.
and the hat.
I had a summer mink.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was crazy.
Exactly.
Big old diamond in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry curl, scary curl.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Teddy
And we
Pendergraft
talking
beard.
the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talking about the shady 80s. That's
Yeah.
what they don't
I
know.
took over the 80s. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In this sense, I did it purposely. I did more in 4 years than dudes did in 20 and 30. My drug run, don't nobody know this. Everybody keep thinking I've been doing that. I did that for 3-4 years and got out of it.
Right.
And had that much money. The only person beat me out was Tommy Montana in Queens. He worth about $80 million. He the only one beat me out. No one else. In a short time.
Wow.
Yeah. They call him Scarface. I went and seen him. He was the coldest ever done it.
Is it true that Frank Lucas came to your trial?
No, he didn't come. Dougie Fresh took the witness stand for me. He was 21 years old. If it don't be for Dougie Fresh, I wouldn't be sitting there. He proved that my music company, Diamond Production, Rapper Lot came out after I went to prison.
We gonna go there, but
It
wait,
was Diamond Production.
Okay, so Dougie Fresh is in court.
Yeah. And took the witness stand for 2 days.
Wow.
He was
Shout out
21 years
Dougie
old.
Fresh, man.
Thank God he had been up on the Miller's Farrakhan because the DA was at him. I mean, they was at him. They was trying to cross him.
And get him to just
Yeah.
anything
They
he
said,
can
well,
on you.
But the more they pushed him, it was for me. They said, well, where you? He said, we on a tour, say no to drugs.
Right.
They indicted me while I'm on tour, say no to drugs.
Cause see, back then, let me tell y'all something. We had self-destruction as a song.
1990.
See, back then it wasn't cool to like be a drug dealer.
Right.
Not out loud.
No.
See, the rappers, we had African medallion chains on.
Yeah.
We had self-awareness.
Fight the
of
power,
ourselves.
all that.
Fight the power. So it was, of course, the streets was.
Yeah.
Then they start dressing like the street dealers. But before that, it was like fight the power. We would Chuck D.
Kumo D, all of them. It was it was conscious rappers.
There you go.
Okay. And when I chose my rappers, I'm a multi-millionaire. I chose Doug because he had the song All the Way to Heaven. I didn't know Doug. I sent for him. And when Doug won the Entertainment of the Year, that was because of me and him at the Thunderdome on Park in 45. We in there and he doing the white, and I'm a professional dancer, two-step swing. I said, Doug, won't you spin? I said, when you white, spin. And I showed him, y'all. And he looked.
He added that to his
and
two-step.
Doug said, wait a minute. Whoop. And he spent with it all the way to heaven. He win.
7 heaven, all
Yeah.
the way to heaven.
Yeah.
Get fresh crew.
Yeah,
all the way
I'm
to
going to bring him
heaven.
on here. We're going to put him on the thing and let him talk
There you go.
on here.
There you go. So the thing is with you and Marie Preston is that y'all had clubs together because y'all infamous.
Yeah.
But you started this club. That's why I didn't let you get right into the rap thing because you had these clubs before.
I had 4 clubs.
Exactly. Can you? So that's what y'all did. Y'all got together and used y'all power of the
Yeah.
streets to open up these nightclubs. So you had 4 of your own. How many did she have?
What I did, I bought a strip center in South Park. I went to the bank and gave the people the money and bought it. She had a sophisticated lady. She had a thing. I wanted to put gas out there. She had not done that. Had a day room, and I built a beauty shop out for my sister, Sincere Allen.
Right.
And I bought it in her name. I was kind of smart. I didn't buy nothing in my name. The Rolls Royce wasn't in my name. The limousine wasn't in my name. The Porsche, the Benz, the 7 Cadillac, nothing in my name.
Yeah, because I heard you had like 10 Cadillacs.
I had 7.
Yeah, the story on the streets is you were the first one, what they say, riding the slab. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They say Johnny Bonner with the Corey Blunt of the 80s because
I
he
started
had
the
10
diamond.
Cadillacs.
I started the diamond in
That's
my
your
mouth.
other thing.
The foolishness. I started that.
But what were we doing at that time? Just a straight pull out gold teeth? Was it?
No, the pull out had not came out. I just came. I don't know why I wanted that diamond in my mouth. It was something about it, and they started calling me Diamond J. And I put a whole carrot in my mouth
It's pictures
with a
of that.
gold
It's
piece
going
on it.
around, and that's why it was Diamond.
Yeah, J. Yeah,
The entertainment company
yeah.
was
Diamond Production.
because
you know what?
you was Johnny Bonner
You know
with
what?
the diamond.
That's why I
Everybody
did
know
it.
that. Yeah.
Now I know why I did it. That's why I did it.
How many
Di-
carats
Diamond
was
Production.
that?
It wasn't but 1 carat in my mouth.
Okay,
but
but
it
back
was.
then it was.
Yeah, but I had so much jewelry on. I made Miss T like a punk.
Come on now. Oh,
And T had more jewelry than anybody. I punked him out. My necklace, I couldn't even keep it on no more. An hour, I had to take it off. It was too heavy.
Come on now.
Yeah,
And this back when the big dookie ropes was in style.
I made them all out of joke. They couldn't,
Yeah, that was just hollow jewelry.
Yeah,
That's what they
mine-
don't understand. You had solid jewelry.
Yeah, I had a jeweler to make all my jewelry, but a Spanish boy, still here today, my personal friend.
What's the name of the clubs that you owned back then?
International players
remember that
on
one.
Cavalcade. All the players all over the country came, and I had women there for them not to have sex with. They were serving them food and stuff like that. So I never did the pimp thing. So I want to clear that, and I'm gonna clear it in my movie.
Yeah,
Because everybody
that's
see
it.
me.
Well, you're a ladies' man.
Yeah, go Johnny Bonner, man. He was a pimp. No, I wasn't no damn pimp. I want you to stop saying that. You belittling me. I ain't no pimp. My woman was my woman, and we made millions together.
Hey, man.
And my wife, India Cross,
Uh-huh.
we went on the road and did almost $2 million in one day.
Come on now.
And she left one day and did $1 million, come back. $500,000 came back, and I sold it for $250 to a white boy, and he offered my wife $1 million to marry her for 5 years.
She was hitting for the money or hitting for the items?
Jewelry.
Oh, jewelry.
She go in the
okay.
jewelry store.
Right.
Boosters, not shoplifters.
Boosters.
Thou should not steal, she stole die. Yeah, Milwaukee was the greatest thieves in America. Yeah, they train them. They have the things, the racks in the garage. They have girdles on. They take the minks and diamonds, and they clothes and they wear like $10,000, $15,000 purses and clothes. So when they come in the jewelry store, you ain't gonna never think they be like, damn, they go Michelle Obama. So they would never think they finna take nothing. Because they shoes $1,000, a Rolex watch on, a diamond, a pearl necklace on. So they so beautiful in the store, the man look it off. And then we'll have a pool guy. I worked with her just one time, and we made almost $2 million one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I pulled the whole jewelry store. Started in Conroe. We took about 200-some thousand. Went to Dallas. Dallas never been hit. We hit them in downtown. for about 300. We left there and went to Oklahoma. We hit them. We hit Oklahoma City. We hit twice in Oklahoma, and we left there. We got jammed in Oklahoma. I had to leave $10,000 on the counter to get her out the door because they had the thing on the door. So I put $10,000 bills up there, and I said, I'm buying this jewelry right here. He said, well, it's about $30,000. I said, well, I'm finna go to the car and get the rest. I knew it was too much, you know.
Right.
He said, well, get your money. I said, no, I'm gonna leave it right there.
That made him open it.
He made me open the door. So and when I'm going out, I said, oh, you beautiful lady. I want your phone number. And me and her walk out. We jump in.
Did you get the bag before you left? I know you grabbed
She had the bag on her.
No, I'm saying the money that you put out.
No, you can't get the
bag.
money.
Oh,
if I get the money, I'm going to jail.
That was
The police was in there. I couldn't get no money. I'd have gave myself up. I left the $10,000 to get out the door. No one has ever done what I did with her. And she said, man, you cold. I said, no, I had to get you out of here. So I'm glad I had that money on me. I left all the money up there and we jumped in the car and left. We had about $300,000. Yeah, so what's the $10,000? We taking it. That was her game, it wasn't my game. I met her at Muhammad Ali in Spinks. He had lost in Vegas, and he came back and won his title back in New Orleans. So I met her in New Orleans. Yeah, I met two of the biggest women in my life at the same time. Tish LaBillion out of Chicago, India Cross out of Milwaukee. Yeah, and Tish offered me $3 million to marry me on my birthday. The Tillion Billion, Tish. She just died, I think, from cancer. I tried to change her diet. She wouldn't listen to me.
You have a very interesting lifestyle.
I'm the only man that has 6 millionaires in the state of the United States.
Come on, man. 6 millionaires, as in 6 millionaire women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And each one of them I made them more richer.
Every time.
I mean, I think a man and woman should support each other to make each other successful. All this, give me my money and go gamble mess. I ain't into that. Why not you and your woman become best friends and y'all make the money and be successful?
How in the hell did you get Whitney Houston to give you $20 million? I'm reading it. Let me just, this is a wow moment for me. Let me have I don't get a lot of wow moments. I'm reading the magazine in prison. Of course, I don't just have, the rap magazines. I'm reading the Ebony magazine, or it might even been something thicker than that. I think it was U.S. Today. It was one of them big publications, right?
It was the
Essence?
U.S. News.
U.S. News, because I made sure I got the Houston paper and the U.S. paper. Okay.
And the Global magazine.
It might have been Global.
It was in 3 of them.
And I'm reading it, and it says Houston's former drug dealer knew at this time he was with the Nation. Jeremiah, what's your Muslim name? Dr.
David Jeremiah.
Okay. Bobby and Whitney fall out behind her giving her spiritual advisor $20 million, Mr. Johnny. I threw that thing down. I said, man, this boy didn't hit for all the money in the world, man. What the hell? Yeah. How did you do that?
God, I done ministered to some of the biggest artists in the world as a marriage counselor, The Temptations, Dougie Fresh, me and him kicked it about women. I don't know, man. I don't know how I got into that. But
did she? And what I'm saying, I don't need you to be like, oh, well, I'm this.
No,
good,
I'm gonna tell you.
No, I'm just trying to figure out. Did she offer it, or was that your fee?
No. It didn't happen like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of it, and then the rest will go in the movie. It didn't happen like that. Captain Khalil and Captain Curtis. Okay, because I'm gonna put them in the movie. I come home, and they know I had a gift for gal, and they called me and said, man, we need you to come down with Whitney. But the room was $400 a day, the Ritz-Carlton. Well, my money wasn't right to stay in that hotel, and that's where they was at. So my white guy went with me, Charter Stewart. So he paid for my room, gave me the car, about $30,000 on it, and I rocked. So I went down with Whitney and Bobby for about 2 weeks. And every evening around between 7 and 8, we sit there with the Bible, and I was teaching. So Whitney said, you know what, man, for you doing all this, I have a philanthropist coming to town, give me $100 million a year. I get the money out to who I want. She had a company called Angel something, that was her thing, but she wasn't giving up no money that year to herself. She said, I'm gonna give you $20 million for the great work you're doing with me and Bobby. I said, well, if you do that, I'm gonna open up a children's foundation. I already had 17 acres in Kickapoo. I was gonna buy the other 105 acres next to it for girls and boys town. See, people don't know my mind always been business.
Right.
I ain't never been petty. Petty people do petty things.
So she had a philanthropist that gave her $100 million a year that she had to allocate to different places anyway. Okay, that's
and I'm there.
So at that time, it was no y'all flirting with each other. It was strictly
strictly
counseling her and Bobby.
What happened? She told Bobby she wished he knew the Bible and would be a gentleman to her like me. And I didn't know she told him that. So when we was at the restaurant that night, he slapped her, but he's real smart because he know I'd done something to him. I'm going out the door. And when I opened the door for Whitney and Bobby, he slapped her. Pow! Right in the front of all these damn people. And Whitney screamed, wow. So she run to the porch, down. And I looked at Bobby and I got in the car with him. I said, nigga, you slap your wife in the front of you know, you shouldn't slap her nowhere. But in the front of all these people, nigga, what's wrong with you? So we riding in my Jeep, my rental Jeep. While we riding, he called Sherelle, the singer, that's a prophetess now. I'm gonna put her in my movie.
Right.
And we went way out to some mansions, about a $12 million mansion. You gotta go to the gate and get your card. You ain't got no idea, you ain't going in there. Then they called and say, do they want to see you? They say no, they say you get out the property, come back in, they're gonna arrest you. It was that rich. Mm-hmm. Rich and revoked. So we got in, and Bobby and Whitney started cursing a little bit. And she said, I don't want you. So he cursed out me and that. So he left. So I'm standing there. This on my mama, man. And Sherelle will tell you it happened. This just favor I got on my life.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't no player.
Yeah.
I ain't got no swagger. I got favor. Yeah. That's big
Favor
enough.
ain't fair.
Favor ain't fair. I got favor from God. So that's who I am.
Coping her through that night.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
You finna faint on this one, because I've almost fainted. So I do a U-turn, because I done seen them fight. I ain't never seen nobody fight this big. Okay? Whitney was the biggest. Not Beyonce at the time, it was Whitney. Then Beyonce. So I turned. When I turned, she said, hey, you come back and get me. Dude, no woman has ever
wowed you like that.
Wowed me. She
wowed you.
She froze me. Cause she was my
childhood. Everybody.
I always loved Whitney.
It's like saying Beyonce.
But I was not trying to. This is my hand to God. I wasn't trying to take her from nobody.
Right.
I want to get that clear. I didn't go there for that. I went there for marriage counseling. I tried to help Bobby and tell him how to keep Whitney. Because I got the teaching from the Nation of Islam. 75% of the teachings are the woman. See? If you don't honor the woman, you don't honor God. Dudes got this game confused. The chessboard tell you about that. The strongest piece on the board is the king, but the strongest movable piece is the queen. The queen, the only piece on the board, can go anywhere. And if you put the queen in the right place, you don't get checkmated. That's why all these dudes checkmated, because they don't, if they even get a good woman, they don't know what to do with her. You need to learn the woman. Once you learn the woman, you learn God. But if you disrespect the woman, you're disrespecting God. I've been trying to tell young people, listen, man, you're making a major mistake. Your test is the woman. That's your test. And we all fell in it. I used to fail it. Not now, but I used to be a dummy. So again, and when she said that, I looked, and Sherelle looked at me like, so I went on out the door, took Bobby back to the hotel, Ritz-Carlton. I tried to get out. That nigga blocked the door. I know where you're going. I say, I say, I say, I say, where I'm going. He throwed me with this one. He said, man, that's why I slapped her. You. I say, you serious? Yeah. I said, nigga, I ain't trying to do it. But she told you to come back and get her. I said, yeah, she did. And I'm going to get her. So what I should have did is called the captain, Lieutenant Curtis, Captain Khalib, who brought me there, because Whitney called Minister Farrakhan and asked him. I didn't know Whitney Farrakhan was like that. Because she did something for him in Africa. So she called Mr. Farrakhan and said, should I give Johnny Binder? I wasn't Dr. Jeremiah then. I was just Minister Jeremiah and Johnny Binder. She said, can I give him the $20 million? Mr. Farrakhan said, yeah. My men with him, he good. I didn't know the minister spoke on me like that. He said, he good. You know, so, because I have a word.
That's how it happened, yeah.
Yeah, I have a word. That's how the money came.
Oh, that's real.
So-
Man, that's God. That's called favor.
Yeah, but I was finna pick the money up the next day because I went and bought 40 acres. In, we're gonna do 6-7 of these years. So I'm just getting
For
this.
sure, yeah.
But I bought the 40 acres in Atlanta because I was finna get the $20 million, and I was giving $2 million to the nation, which was passed.
Yeah, it's your zakat,
To Captain Curtis and Captain Khalib.
Gotta give zakat.
I was giving them $1 million apiece, and then I had 18 million left. I was gonna spend it in Atlanta. I was gonna open Bobby Place in Atlanta, and I opened Whitney Place in Houston. I was gonna use both of them names. I told Bobby, that's what I do. So he went on and agreed. But he was still jealous, okay? And when I seen him jealous of his wife,
You knew something wasn't right.
well, this is why I knew it. He was signing some autographs one day. And while his wife was upstairs, when she came down, all the white people and black people, when Whitney hit off the elevator, they forgot about his autograph. They took off running.
It's Whitney.
Whitney. And Bobby did this.
That's crazy.
And then he got a drink. And I say, damn, this nigga jealous of his wife. That's the first time I seen it. God let me see it. He was jealous of his wife. And I know if Bobby hearing this, I don't want to hurt his feeling, but
The facts is the facts,
it's
Bobby.
the truth.
I fuck with Bobby. That's my boy.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth.
well, he not gonna come at me because I saved his life. No,
Bobby ain't
listen to
tripping.
me. I saved his life, so he know what that means. Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because
Bobby a real one, man.
I saved his life,
Right.
and I'll tell you off camera.
And we through for the day, but it's I already know where you was at. It's the hardest thing in the world to do is getting in the business of a man and his wife.
Right.
I can help y'all, but that's the hardest thing to do. I can't judge you on you and your wife because I'm not in y'all bedroom every day.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
But
so, to
Let me
each
say
is
this:
each.
2 things in my life I'm upset with me about. India Cross. I had retired her from the game. My wife, one of the prettiest women on the planet, not just outside of spirit. That's how this is happening. So, a woman got to be powerful for me to deal with. I ain't just talking about money. I'm talking about the spirit and loyalty.
That discernment they got.
Yeah.
That what they call it. The women got we don't have. Y'all know what it's called. What they can do, a woman can see it before it happens. What they call that? Intuition. And men don't have that.
No, they way
Or discernment.
They way smarter than us. So to make a long story short, India leave the house. She never went out and got shot in the back and died. So I lose Whitney, I lose India first, and then the dream of my life, Whitney, not knowing I'm gonna get her. I didn't go there to get her. I just went there and started teaching about husband and wife and Peter's 3 husband and wife and teaching and explaining the Bible.
You know they gonna say you ain't mean to, but you's a home wrecker.
No.
They gonna say you a home wrecker, JB.
No. If Bobby been taking care of business, I couldn't wreck the home.
There you go.
Okay? If you take care of your wife, can't nobody wreck your home. If somebody come and wreck your home, you wrecked it, they just come and got her.
And collect it.
Yeah. So again, if I'd have went back and got Whitney, she'd be alive. Because I'd have took her out of the country and gave her mama the telephone and took 3 of the MGTs out the Nation of Islam and paid them $1,000 to go with me to train her to get off drugs and clean up and change her diet. Then when I brought her back, I'd have been the bodyguard. I'd been the bodyguard, and our relationship wouldn't have been out, till her career was over. and I got her to go on and divorce Bobby. And
When it would have made sense
Yeah.
after the career.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. I know what to do with him. No disrespect to Bobby, but he didn't. He just didn't.
Man, we see how that played out, so I'm not going to sit up here and say that you're saying something wrong, because
I'm telling the truth.
and then not only played
I was
out
there,
with
I
her,
seen
not, and no disrespect again, Bobby, like I know Bobby. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, it happened twice. It played out with your wife and your daughter.
Yeah. You let your daughter go through
Yeah,
that.
it's crazy. But I thank you. I love you to death. We're going to get back on this thing at your convenience. I apologize for the tardiness. That's not our normal. Now I got to get to you. You know what I mean? So we'll be better on track, and we'll get part 2 of this thing rocking and rolling, man. I'm loving it, man. It's the Johnny Binder story. Go ahead. You got something to say?
Yeah, I got some. I just want to say, man, that I'm coming like once a week,
Okay.
if not twice, and to get this out and show young people that the game out, God in, man. If it wasn't for God, I don't be alive. The game didn't save me, God saved me. So I want to tell young people, with all this hip-hop buffoonery, the puppeteer and the puppeteer is controlling the puppet. And the puppet being controlled and don't even know it, saying, I'm a player, I'm a man. What's up, stupid? What's up, my fool? I want to tell the young people, man, the game out, God in. And we want to open, me and you, and Carrie and other people with us, open up vocational schools, like Omar said, and open up these vocational schools, because the devil gave him something to do. We got to give them something to do. So young people, I'm doing my movie. Yeah, I'm going to make millions, but I'm going to use the millions to save you, not just myself. And Mike D, we need to make the money so we can invest the money back in the community, where we can have our own private banks, where we can have our own Shark Tank, where we can invest money in our children, where we can have our credit union, where we have our own water company so they won't poison our water. So it's a lot of stuff we need to do, like our Chinese brothers doing right there in Bel Air. So when y'all listen to Mike D now with Johnny Binder, you're going to see a movie, a part of a movie, but you're going to see the wisdom coming out of it, because that's where I'm at with them. Yeah, the shooting, the fighting, and all the stuff I did, but God brought me to him and trained me and gave me knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. The same way he did Malcolm X. When Malcolm got all that in prison. I got all mine in prison.
Me too.
You can go to prison and change for the better, or you can go to prison and be recidivism rate and go back. They make $40 billion in prison off us with 400 different products. So it's a con game. Some of the smartest people in the world is in prison. They just ain't got no discipline. So that's the truth. So, they not gonna like you and me now, because we giving them up. It's a con game. Yeah. So you young children need to listen to Mike D.
Yeah.
And Johnny Binder, now Dr. Jeremiah. When we was in the game, it wasn't to shoot and kill each other. We was making money to take care of our wife, our women, and our children, and send our children to college where they could be something. All y'all doing is shooting and killing. The Ku Klux Klan say you niggas doing a great job. If it's any of you niggas left, we'll kill the rest of you. Hey. So what the hell are you doing shooting your brother over buffoonery, over a parking spot, over a girlfriend, step on some tennis shoes, or arguing over some buffoonery, and we being played like suckers? I'm gonna do it again. You had a puppeteer and the puppet. And the puppet being played by the puppeteer, but the puppet think he's own man. Man, what's up, old man? I'm my own man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not your own man. No, you're not. You're the devil's man. Because you ain't killed nobody that's significant. All you did killed is your brother. You ain't did nothing. And we burn up our own neighborhoods when we get mad. We ain't never burn up Woodlands or River Oaks or nowhere, and I'm not advocating that. But what I'm saying, us shooting and killing one another, we've been played into this psychologically. Willie Lynch, 1712, fear, distrust, and envy. So again, brother, you dealing with somebody that's a rocket scientist that learned this from Minister Farrakhan and Malcolm X and Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Muhammad Ali. So when you dealing with me, you're dealing with a scientist now. You're not dealing with Johnny Binder. See? Because I went in prison to find out what's wrong so we could take care of our women, take care of our children. where we can be man, where a woman can look at us for the first time and say, I got a man. Not a bitch, not a hoe ass nigga, but a real man of God. Not some fool slapping and beating on her and shooting his wife. Domestic violence went up 72%. Put this out, damn it. And let them know, man, we got to stop shooting and killing each other, man. This is a bunch of buffoonery, man. And the people laughing at us, man. I just talked to an African. He said, man, we were scared to come over here. He said, all they do is show how we shooting and killing each other. See? We got to stop shooting and killing each other. But no, these rap songs are so bad, the music started in lamentation for it to inspire, not expire. But the presidents of the company tell them to bring rap music, so they bring all this buffoonery, like Sexy Red, Pound for Pound, talking about a butt. Now this boy, Drake, talking about fit his finger in somebody's butt. All this buffoonery. So we working for God, and with all due respect, I love Beyonce. I'm calling Pastor Rudy. I'm calling her mother, Tina. I'm calling her father, Mr. Matthew, my personal friend. I love him.
Shout out Matthew, that's my boy.
And I'm going to talk to him about Beyonce, and I pray we can come up with something. Because Beyonce is leading 40, 50 million women. And for her to do what she did on her album cover, brother, if you enlarge that thing, you can see so close to her heaven, her vagina. And Jay-Z, come on, baby. That's your wife, man. It ain't worth necketizing your wife for some money. You already a billionaire. And you got her butterball naked on her album. And I know you're going to say, well, no, nigga, that's your wife. You conscious now, Jay. Come on, you getting people out of prison. You getting life sentence off, brother. That's your wife, man. And your daughter's looking at that. We have uncovered because we have not discovered who we are. In Peter 3, husband and wife, God said, don't show your outer apparel or the platinum of your hair. He said, show your beauty quiet in the sight of God. Either you dressing for the devil or you dressing for God. It ain't no other way, man. So all these women faking this, talking about it's hot, so I'm wearing this G-string, and these freaks making these clothes for these children purposely. All these Daisy Duke, that shit came from Duke of Hazzard, that girl on that car, and they used it. And so they came back with the brick house, the Commodores, 36, 24, 30. Then we started giving booty contests. I end with this. In the Bible, in Genesis, they wanted to fan Jesus because the star was being born. They killed all the children 2-year-old down looking for Jesus because they didn't know where it was, right? But they said, what are we going to do about the women? We're going to use the women for spoils of war, booties. It's in the Bible, booties. So the woman being used for booties, though they shooting stuff in the woman booty today. So the women, look at me, the women shooting stuff in their booty and their breast. If you catch a nigga with your ass, you got a freak. If you not catching him with your mind, you ain't got nothing. So when the nigga bite you, you talking about he dog you out, you dog your damn self off for dealing with him. You got him at the dog pound. You in a damn club, the hunt in the game. You too damn beautiful to keep giving yourself away. You got heaven between your legs and you giving heaven to hell. You know the nigga lost, but you lost with him. And then you dumb yourself to down with it. I don't want to be lonely, so I want to. Is you crazy?
Got to be.
You gonna give your heaven to hell. You know he hell.
Hey, man.
Ain't somebody slept with your best friend. She couldn't have been your best friend, goddammit. She wouldn't have slept with him. She was your best enemy.
Slept together.
Posing as your best friend. So the black young men, you got some of them real smart, about 15, 20% of them. My son Russ be working with them, trying to get them out the streets in the city. So what we got to do is grab these young guys. They gifted. Josiah's, they gifted. But we got to give them something to do because the devil gave them something to do. And then we got to get our women to put their clothes back on because every 3 seconds a woman is raped.
Guard your modesty.
Yeah. In Peter 3, husband and wife, God say, don't show your outer appearance, I mean your nakedness to the world. Cover up. See, if you dress like a hoe, you catch a hoe and he hoe you out. What you mad about?
Oh.
What you mad about? He want to hit it, quit it, get it, pump you, hump you, dump you.
What you mad about?
Yeah. And at 1201, you know, he called you at 1201 for the 4F. You know what the 4F mean?
Go ahead.
He want to fan you, fool you, freak you, and forget you.
Oh.
Women, stop. Get you a man of God. Get somebody gonna love you and invest in you to help you be successful. If a man is not trying to help you be successful, he's helping you be regretful. So stop dealing with boys. I don't care if it's 70, 60, 20. Let me say this. Only thing make a man is the walking manifestation of God. I don't give a damn if he lift all the weight. He can box, karate, shoot the gun. That ain't no man. He's a man when he take great trepidation and when he honor the woman and he realize the woman belongs to God. And the only thing we can be to a woman is a carekeeper.
That's it.
And if we keep her well, God will open the door and bless us. Young men, if you want to be blessed, honor your mother and your father. Honor your girlfriend. If you can't get along with her, walk away. Don't slap her.
And your wife.
Don't slap your wife. Domestic violence went up 72% since the COVID. Not pandemic, but plandemic. So please stop, young people. Let's stop shooting each other for 30 days. Let's have a think tank. Get all the rappers.
Let's do it here. We're going to do it right here.
Yeah, let's do it right here. Let's do the peace right here.
That'll be the Mike D and Johnny Binder peace talk. Yeah. That's what we'll do, man. Let's end this thing in a prayer, man. And we started in a prayer. We're going to end in a prayer. And we're going to get right back there. Stay tuned.